And so they experimented on animals. They fornicated with animals. And what happened is, out of this fornication and these experiments came beasts. And we see that throughout history. You see, satyrs and Medusa with the snakes on her heads, and, half fish, half men. And the gods that the Egyptians worship were frogs with male lower parts and frogs' heads. I mean, there was these mixtures of men and beasts, of demonic angelic DNA and creatures. And then
okay. So we see I don't know if you know this, but if you look through history, you can actually see that there was at some point there was like half animal, half people. So you just gotta look through history. Okay, those drawings on the rocks, and it's like in Egypt and stuff. Though that was historical. All right, those were half man, half alligator people. That's probably where we got our gators from. They migrated here and then just went full gator once they got here because they didn't want to deal with the people that were here. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them at all. But yeah, we're gonna get into this. So I am Brentley, and this is the Punk Apostate. Let's go. So this lady's name is Katie. That I grind. Anyway, but she's being interviewed. I don't know what her last name is. Her head's in the way. I can't see. It's like, I could see Katie's and then something's Katie's. I don't know. She's being interviewed by somebody that actually believes that, these half man, half creatures have permeated our history of the world. And, sometimes werewolves just start chasing people, and apparently that's what happened to her. So let's check it out.
He was the werewolf. Oh my gosh, you can't believe it.
Here, the name of the video is "What Happens When You Meet a Werewolf in the Wild." I don't know. Oh, Sousa. Katie Sousa. I didn't even see it there. But yeah, there we go.
I'm telling the story. The whole coven was there meeting for lunch. They stopped eating. They stopped talking. They just were like, we backed out of the restaurant, got in the car. Out comes the husband, chases us up the hill, all the way up the hill. He turned up. I looked out, and he's hanging out the window, and he's already morphing.
I heard you talk about...
He's already morphing into a wolf creature thing. Yeah, no, this totally happened.
Shapeshifters and werewolves coming after you, or coming after your family, but you're going after them. I got to hear more about this.
I chase werewolves. I'm a werewolf hunter. Blade eats your heart out.
Because this is not something that I was expecting to hear.
Yeah, I would never. It just full stop. Even from the bus stop guy, where you sit down and you're just like, okay, I'm ready to hear whatever insanity this guy's got to say. Never really expect them to be like, werewolves, those things are real. Okay. You may think they're just in the movies. They're not just in the movies. Okay. Vampires too, right? All that stuff. It's real stuff. Where do you think the people came up with the stories that they told that we watch in movies and stuff? This is out of realness. It's based on realness.
Because you think, oh, that's just make-believe or fantasy. But Katie, I totally believe that what you're saying is true, because I've seen things, I've heard things, I've experienced things, and so many times we just kind of like poo-poo that, or we just kind of like write it off as like, oh, something weird.
I don't know why it's weird, but I don't like that, saying that, poo-poo that. I feel like that's something that like a toddler would say. It's like, oh, you poo-pooing what I like, huh? It's like this. You just say don't yuck yums, okay? Yuck and yum sounds much more mature. All right, that's something that a grown-up would say, not poo-pooing. Come on, that's like what are you 8? Get out of here.
That's just my imagination, but there's more to that if our eyes are opened.
Yeah, well, first let me just bring a couple of texts in, just so people can, think that we haven't completely lost our mind.
Well, it's in the Bible, so we're good. We're good. All right. So it's just, as long as I can point to a scripture, then I'm not crazy when I talk about werewolves. I feel like this is a great indictment on just religion as a whole. They're like, I'm allowed to say insane fucking shit as long as I can point to the Bible and go, but what about that insane shit? People believe that shit all the time. They're like, yeah, okay. So you got to believe me, right? What religion are you? Me too. Okay. See, now you got to believe me.
A.W. Pink, who is a Calvinist expositor, teaches about the angel doctrine.
Don't call that man an expositor, man. That's rude. That's rude. Okay. Come on. He does, that's not just.
Rick Renner teaches about the angel doctrine in Genesis 6. I mean, there is some men of God, and those are just two of a list of highly respected, doctrinally accurate theologians who have studied scriptures, studied historical contexts, historical records, other not canonized, but books that were well read in the time of the
people read them good. Okay, they were just, people didn't just like kind of look at it and pay some attention. No, they read it good. Like they were like really focused on it, man. That book was well read. Okay,
the disciples.
It was read better than other books. Okay,
in the time of Jesus, like the book of Enoch, which is mentioned in the book of Jude, and things like that. They have studied these things and they agree with me. This is not me going off the rails because I have some sort of insane position. Genesis 6, the doctrine of the angels that came down had intimacy.
That was the word I was going to use. Coitus works too. You can do coitus. You can go Sheldon's route. Just coitus.
Illegal intimacy with women, took them as wives.
It was illegal. They're like, there was a mandate throughout the land. Not only are they not allowed to have man dates, but you also can't have angel dates, right? Because you're not allowed to do that. They're just, they're out of your league. Just genetically, right? And so just no. But people broke the law. Some of those angels, they're beautiful and just like stunning and super powerful and everything. Not that bright. You can convince them that you're an angel, and they don't. They're not. They just take people if they're from heaven. Okay, everybody has to tell the truth where they're from. Okay, so they don't expect.
And because of their DNA inside of them, they produced mutants. They produce giants.
Like the Ninja Turtles, man. Like this is what I'm saying. Like Ninja Turtles are real. It's, just wait. We're going to see all sorts of great stuff coming up here in 2025.
Out of this unholy union with human women. But they didn't just fornicate with the women. If you read Genesis 6, I'll go to the scripture.
They also fornicated with plants. And so you got half plant. I don't know what she's going to say.
And it says, and God looked upon the world and saw how degenerate, debased, and vicious it was for all
humans. No, it's just based. It's just based, dude. They were fucking based, bro. Okay? That was like what that Bible is trying to say.
Humanity had corrupted their way on the earth and lost their directions.
Wow, you're not good at this. You probably, you should have like just practiced a few times, like write a couple practice lines before you go. I know it's nerve wracking because you're on TV and everything, and it's like it's hard to like when you have to read and you're on. It's crazy. I know.
And he even goes on to say that I want to find the. It says, "I will wipe away mankind, whom I've created from the face of the earth." This is verse 7. Not only man, but the beasts. And the creeping things.
That's like, obviously they're talking about the half man, half beasts for that. And not just, the animals that live on earth.
And the birds of the air, for it grieves me and makes me regretful that I have made them. Why would God punish the beasts, the animals that he had created?
I don't know. He's fucking insane. Remember that one time that he said to have his people like genocide everybody, and then they're like, oh yeah, and for good measure make sure there's no livestock either, because God's insane. That's why. What do you mean? Like, you're like, why would he do that? Because he's fucking nuts, dude. Like, what are you talking? He loves murder.
Because these angels, these fallen angels, were so debased, so perverse, that they not only had unholy relations with human women, but also with animals, bestiality, and things like that. They did experiments. They were trying to create animals who had their DNA in them so they could be supernatural creatures. Why would they do that? Look at what's in heaven.
Why would they do that?
Why
would they do that? Why? Why? Okay, I don't know, because you don't want your kids to be awesome. You don't want them to be like super people.
Creatures, beasts with wings and eyes that cover their whole body, and beasts that have
Yeah, which does not sound fun. I'm sorry, but like, eyes covering your entire body. You don't think that that would be kind of annoying? You'd be like poking yourself, just grabbing your coffee mug. You'd be like, oh my god, oh shit, oh! And it's just like, how that happens when you like barely touch. You can just barely touch the thing. You're like, oh my god, and you're just draining fluid from your face for like the next 30 fucking minutes because you just barely nicked. And those are everywhere. Those are all over your body. Can you imagine that? Stupid. That's a terrible design. Terrible.
Ox head, and then an eagle head, and a human head, and a lion head, all in one creature. I mean,
yeah,
bizarre,
not insane at all.
looking creatures.
Yeah.
And what these fallen angels were doing, were trying to recreate those kinds of things here on Earth. And so they experimented on animals. They fornicated with animals. And what happened is,
and they had kids. That's what happened. They got the animal. That's where those alligator head things came from. People in Florida, obviously, were, got with the alligators. And so that's where, then the alligator people were like, I don't like it here in Florida. And then they left. It's the opposite of what I said. Okay. They left Florida and went to Egypt, and then had their portrait painted, on the rocks. That's where they came from.
Of this fornication and these experiments came beasts, and we see that throughout history. You see,
and if you want to become a beast, just go to adamandeve.com. That's right. Go to adamandeve.com, enter code word Brentley at checkout to get 50% off almost any one item. 6 free movies, 3 free gifts, and free shipping on the whole order. Go to adamandeve.com, enter code word Brentley. That's BRENTLY. Get your exclusive offer. They got all sorts of great shit. They're America's #1 sex toy dispensary. And the packaging is discreet and comes quickly. And so can you if you want to. Go to adamandeve.com. Check out their insane catalog of just everything you could possibly think of, from your run-of-the-mill vibrators to lingerie to BDSM toys and stuff like that for power play. That's the real good stuff. Anyway, but go to adamandeve.com. Enter code word Brentley at checkout and get your exclusive offer. Also, if you want to, hit that like button, that'd be great. I'd appreciate it. It's it just helps the algorithm get out there a little bit. And, the algorithm does not particularly like this channel. So just say it, right? We're just keep getting in trouble. Anyway. But yeah, if you want to hit that like button, that'd be great. And if you want more of this content, you could subscribe, right? And hit that little bell. And then you'll know whenever I'm going to have a live stream randomly, because they are random. But yeah. How are we doing? Is everybody feeling all right? Doing okay? It is the day that shall not be named. Who won today? Wolfy. What's up, dude? Said, yo, hey, whoa, what do we have here? Oh yeah, this is special. This is a special one for you. This is you are why I clicked this button, okay, and saw that one. I was like, oh shit, they're talking about Wolfy. That's what's going on here, because you're clearly half man, half wolf. Were you chasing this lady? You were chasing this lady at some point, weren't you? Yeah. And you grabbed onto the window, and then you morphed as you were in the window. She's going to get to it. So we're going to talk about it. But I knew that was you. I knew it. All right. Who was second here? James said, lurking and listening today. Man, the bosses of my bosses are here. Oh, that sucks. God, I hate that. Those are like the worst days, dude. And you notice everybody just like is not, they're not who they are anymore. All of a sudden, everybody's different. You're just like, what the fuck is wrong with everybody? And they're like, oh, well, the boss is here. So then not even the boss is the normal person that day. They got this other thing looming over their head, and they're just deciding they're going to be somebody else because that's who they got to be for the big boss. And so everybody has to be who they are not in order to appeal to the, anyway. Sucks. I'm sorry you got to deal with that, James. Yeah. But good news is you were second. So, and not quite first, but damn close. You know what I mean? And hey, Jay, how we doing? Said, ways to you is that at least they're keeping your bosses busy so you can slack off. That's right. Oh, that's a good point, actually. I would, you can always like mess with them. Be like, oh no, I was about to take my break. Oh, look out. Look, there's one of the bosses coming is looking at that thing that you're supposed to be working on. And they just, oh my God. And then you run off, and now, you can go take your smoke break. You know what I Let's see who else is here. Michael, what's up, dude? We see that in history. I know, right? You like that? That cracked me up too. I was like, oh, okay, you see it in history. That's it. Yeah, the half man, half animals because of drawings on rocks. So, got to be real. Got to be real. Drusilla, how you doing? Oh yeah, you made it right on time too. You're good. You're in the in the game today. Oh yeah. Let's see who else we got. Look at the trees. Talking to AJ. Hey. So beware the Minotaur. I heard they are horny. Oh yeah, that's good. They are. They are horny. That's what I've heard. Anyway, who else we got here? So do I do call-ins? I don't know who the call-ins are, but if they're into certain sex acts and stuff, I wouldn't mind doing them. What? Oh, he spelled it wrong. Okay, well, I feel like that's on you. All right, don't look at me weird because I'm just willing to have sex with the people from Twilight. But what am I supposed to think? Right? I thought that you were asking if I would have sex with the Twilight people. Obviously, yeah. I mean, other than the paleness of their skin is a little bit kind of throws me off a little bit. But other than that, yeah, they look good. Look good, especially that Edward. He sparkles. He does. He's a sparkly guy. No, we don't do a calling. I am working on getting up with what do you call it? TikTok. So if it doesn't get banned any second now, I don't know when it's supposed to get banned or whatever. But I am able to live stream apparently. So I gonna check it out. And again, I'm gonna do like call-ins that way. Okay. So whenever I figure out how to do all of that, you can, hit that up. Oh shit, I don't even know if I have my TikTok in the I might have to add that today into the list of stuff that you can follow me on. God, I never even thought of that. Why the fuck didn't I put a TikTok? Anyway, so yeah, I do a TikTok, but just search Punk Apostate, and I'm gonna start doing lives. It's gonna be fun. You're gonna love it. I don't know when. I'll have to figure it out, but we'll see. Yeah, thank you. Look at the trees, like not a Colin. No, that's not this type of thing, man. This is a write-in. You write in this one, with your keyboard. And then I read it, but I do read it most of the time, especially if you do if you do the money whatever it's called, what is it called, super chats. If you do a super chats, that's top priority. Beyond that, if you have a little symbol next to your name that says that you're a member, they got the next priority. And there are certain members that have even higher priority because they pay more. So I guess that's how it's got to go. But yeah. But you can write in if you got a question for me or something like that. I'm happy to answer any questions. I don't know how great I'm going to be at answering them, but Ember's here, so that's all that matters there. So I don't even, she does my answering for me on the tough questions. Okay, so just so you know, whatever she said, that's me too. Yes to the correct answer that Ember says. Oh yeah, thank you. Like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. All right, I gotta head to the bottom now, and then we're gonna get to. Hey, Fossa, what's up, dude? Just made it. Hell yeah, bro. TikTok. That's right, man. That's right. It's something to work on. Any question, the goddamn right. Okay, that's what these live streams are for. Okay, the weirder and more insane the question, the better. Okay, and I will be more likely to answer the insane questions. I'm just saying. But all right, here we go.
Atars and Medusa with the snakes on her. Out of this fornication and these experiments came beasts. And we see that throughout history. You see, satyrs and Medusa with the snakes on her heads and, half fish, half men.
The snake hair one was not expected. Okay. Everything else is like just, halfway down the line, halfway that's like the waist. Okay. Then you're a snake the rest of the way down. Not that one. She got one of those mutant genes or whatever, it's like a redhead gene. Just like all of a sudden, all the snakes are her fucking hair. It's like, oh, fine, shit. Why? Like, it's not even like it's one snake, like it's a bunch of snake. How does that even make sense as far as like the fornicating goes? I don't.
And the gods that the Egyptians worship were frogs with male lower parts and frogs' heads. I mean,
and if you want to play with some man lower parts, just go to AdamandEve.com, enter that code word Brentley, and check out to get 50% off almost any one item, 6 free movies, 3 free gifts, and free shipping on the whole order. Enter that name Brentley. That's my name. That's me. That's who I am. So yeah, if you put in that code, you can get good stuff, right? And you can play with all. I mean, not just the lower parts. You can play with all the lower parts. Just anybody, right? Front, back, don't matter. You can play with them all, right? So yeah, go to adamandeve.com, enter code word Brentley at checkout, and get your exclusive offer. It's amazing. It's good stuff. Promise.
There was these mixtures
Right.
of men and beasts, of demonic angelic DNA and creatures. And then in the caves of Quorum, the Quorum caves, I think it was back in 1942. Don't quote me if that's the wrong year.
The caves of Quorum, back in the Quorum caves, that's what we call them for short. Yeah, that's I came up with that. Yeah, I coined that. It's pretty good, right? Quorum caves. It flows. It flows off the tongue. It's perfect. And you know what else flows off the tongue? It's the products from adamandeve.com. But I literally just did an ad break. I'm sorry. I wanted, too soon. All right.
Two shepherd boys are near the caves of Quorum, where a group called the Essenes, who were a group of scribes, had lived. And they were throwing rocks, and there's multiple, many dozens and dozens of caves in the cliffs in that region. And these two young men were herding sheep, and they were throwing rocks into the mouths of the caves.
Okay, yeah,
and
got
suddenly
that part.
they heard pottery crash.
What?
And so they went and told someone.
They broke somebody's pottery because they're just throwing rocks in caves. Those are people's houses, man. Like, what are you even fucking thinking?
They came back, and
rude.
All of the scrolls, the Dead Sea Scrolls, were discovered.
Oh, that's right.
Some of our most accurate.
And the Dead Sea Scrolls, we all know, are proof that half man, half like snake haired people and alligator head folks. That's it's proof. It's proof right there. I mean, what else do you need? Okay.
Accurate translations come from those discoveries of these clay jars with scrolls inside of them of books that were handwritten by these scribes from.
What do you think they're going to be fucking printed out? Like, they're from ancient printers. It's like the Flintstones had printers. Did you know that? It's just like a rolly rock, and it rolls over, and you put the ink on the rock when it's got like the little impressions, and then you just it rolls through it, and then it prints out. That was made it a lot easier to print out Bibles. You know what I'm saying? So it was
scripture, the book of Isaiah, many books. Well, one of the books found in there, though it was very degraded, was a book called the Book of Monsters. There are monsters in
the Book of Monsters. I want to read this book. Can we get that? Can we get the translation for that? I need to read the Book of Monsters. Jesus, Frankenstein's wife is just like, yeah, that's my favorite. That's the one I read. That's my Bible. That's kind of fully centered around that book.
In the earth. Where do you think vampires and werewolves and yetis and the monsters in the deep, Nettie and all these other things? Do you think that they're just
it's Nessie, not Nettie. Nettie, that's a pot. That's a pot that you use to get the snot out of your face with by dumping hot water through your face they say it works. I don't know, but it's Nettie pot. It's not a fucking. That's Nessie. Loch Ness. Nessie. Come on,
myth. Do you actually believe they're just myth?
Well, yeah, that's stupid. That's what's stupid. You idiots believing it's myth. No. Okay, obviously, stories don't exist without being real. Okay, you can't have just stories. Right? That's stupid.
No, I don't think
real stories. Yes.
Yeah, because if you go through archaeology and all these different societies throughout the world, the creatures that they talk about or that they have stories about, they all are similar. They talk about dragons. They talk about there's a Bigfoot legend all over the world. You got the Yeti in the Himalayas. You've got Bigfoot in the Pacific Northwest. You got all these different things, but
they're all sort of like saying the same stories. It's not like I don't know, cultures like I mean to me, as far as I could say, like the cultures influence each other or whatever, but that might not even be the case. It's just so easy to fucking come up with some beast or whatever that looks sort of similar to somebody else's beast that they came up with. I mean, have you seen the fucking dragon? Like, the dragons do not look the same. If you're like, oh, there's dragons in every single culture. Yeah, have you seen the fucking dragons in every single culture? Like, they don't even resemble each other, dude. Like, if you look at the what, like the ones with like what you would think from like Game of Thrones. I don't know. I imagine those are like Celtic or something. I don't know. I don't know. Ember, where are we at on the Celtic? Are they are the dragons Celtic? Is that why they're all from that area of time, or maybe British? I don't know. It's British anyway. But like, but then you look at like the Asian dragons. They look completely different, dude. They got mustaches. They got their mustaches. Snakes with mustaches. They go in and out of the water like this. You know, it's not doesn't look anything like the other dragons at all. Okay, so it's silly to say that they are all the same, and that's evidence that they're real or were real or what. I don't know.
Descriptions match of different things. So there is obviously they're describing the same thing, but maybe in their own different ways. So
hey, if past experience is anything, I would say, you know, I think it's a good assumption. I think it's safe. I'm just gonna throw that out.
Look at people in completely different continents that don't have phones or you know, email or whatever, all be describing something that's very, very similar to every other continent and civilization without them being able to communicate unless it's real.
Yeah.
But like we see so often there's like things like this that are just sort of just on the minds of people, and it would make sense to me if you're just like a person that's like primitive or whatever, like back in the day or whatever, and you're just like looking around and you look over at a human and then you look over at like a bear or something. You're like, what if there's, you know, both, like, what if somebody could figure out how to fornicate with one of these things and then just, you know, be half man, half bear? Like that's not hard to think of. And like a bunch of other cultures that, you know, they're all thinking of the same thing. That's not a big deal. We're still all humans. Okay. Like that's not, you know, we tend to think about things at least sort of similarly in a lot of ways.
Yeah. And so that really makes you think, like, if these things are really out there, what do we need to do about them? And, you know, if they're out there hiding, you know, they're more.
What do we need to do about that? Are we really going to start doing witch hunts now? Like he might be a shapeshifter. Get the pitchforks. Okay, we got this guy.
Spiritual than we give them credit for, obviously. And they're. You said that there's a werewolf that's assigned to take you out.
That would be a bad hair day. Oh my gosh. It's waking up with snakes for hair. You know, you're just like, oh my God, this is the baddest of bad hair days. Like, you know, just ever. So bad. They turned into snakes.
So I got to hear more about that specifically.
I can't tell the whole story. It's too lengthy.
Sure.
But let's just put it this way. The first time and it's not, I don't know if there's a werewolf right now assigned to take me out. I haven't seen it, but I have dealt with many different werewolves throughout.
Hold on. All right, we're going to have to go back. Hold on, let me go back so I don't forget. Wolfo said, yeah, mythology is weird. Like a carpenter ghost haunting you who got hammered by a couple of Roman dudes, and y'all made torture porn about it. Oh, torture porn about it. Gotcha. Weird, right? Yeah, exactly. I mean, couldn't that be more mythological? I mean, the basis of all that was a woman made of a rib being convinced by a talking snake. I mean, that's just, you know what I mean? Come on, you don't get sillier than that. And people actually believe that shit. That's just so crazy. If I told somebody that my dog told my friend that was made of a elbow. No, it's not an elbow. Let's go. What's that thing that gets removed? Appendix. If they, you know, a friend of mine made of an appendix was told by a dog that, you know, you can't eat a magical fruit or something, like nobody would ever believe it. But for some reason, you put it in the Bible, and it's like, oh yeah, that had to have happened at some point because it's in the Bible. The Bible is the proof, okay? Because everything in that thing is true. That's how that goes, right? It's insane. Where are we at? Let's see. So can you imagine? Ember said, can you imagine a reverse Medusa, a regular old snake with hundreds of tiny humans on top of her head? That's hilarious. That's terrifying. All right, who's got the AI? I feel like AI could do this pretty good. What's we're not, well, there's no hands. There's no hands. We're good. It can actually do it because it's a snake that don't have hands. with little human heads that don't have hands. So I think we'll be good. We'll be good to go. That's it. Yeah, they might be able to draw that and have it not look completely insane, even though it's sort of the point of that one because it just already is insane. Anyway,
you said that there's a werewolf that's assigned to take you out. So I got to hear more about that specifically.
Okay, I guess that was the line I missed. So you said that there was a werewolf assassin, as it were, if you will, per se, sent to take you out. Okay, you have a price on your head that's circulating through the werewolf assassin community. So it's that's what's going on there. How are you not like eaten yet? Like how do you not at least have a couple of chunks taken out of your face by werewolves? I don't know.
I can't tell the whole story. It's too lengthy.
Sure.
But let's just put it this way. The first time and it's not,
It's too long. That's the problem. It's the length of the story. So we're not going to get into it.
I don't know if there's a werewolf right now assigned to take me out. I haven't seen it, but I have dealt with many different werewolves throughout my life. The first one was up in the mountains in a place I won't mention right now.
She keeps being attacked by werewolves. Like it's like we're all like laughing, but actually she's like she's the protagonist in the cursed 2, 3, 4, and 5. It's like the werewolf story. It's like we're all laughing, and she's like actually like the Sydney of Scream, but for werewolves trying to get them. Cursed, right? Which is just Scream, but with werewolves. That's if you haven't seen that, it's a great movie. It's called Cursed, and it's got Charlie from the Mighty Ducks, right? And other people too. It was good. It's a good movie. I think it had Wednesday Addams in it too. Anyway, but yeah, check that out. It's a good movie. It was written by the same guy that wrote Scream. That's why it's the same. Anyway.
But I saw it. It chased me. And I was not a believer at that time. I was walking in.
You weren't a believer. And then now you're like, okay, I guess I do believe in werewolves since one is chasing me right now.
Sin. I was a drug addict. And I thought to myself, you're totally.
Never mind. We got it. We explained it. She's like, I took some LSD. And now werewolves are always trying to fucking chase.
Lost it. You've hallucinated this.
Like, this is just a dog, dude. It's just me and looking. I get it. It is a big dog. Okay. And it's pretty scary. But just a dog nonetheless. Okay. Those do exist, actually. So
this thing that's happened to you, you've hallucinated it. And then a few days later, I happened to talk to a woman who was living on that property who had escaped the coven.
Oh my God. Okay. So now are there werewolf covens too? Is that what it is? You've heard of witch covens, but that's only the tip of the iceberg. All right. There are werewolf covens for some reason. I don't know. Anyway, Giselle said people couldn't have the imagination to think up these things. I know it's impossible. It's impossible, right? Only real things are told in stories. Okay, that's how that goes. And it's you think that's funny? Oh, you're just over here just laughing at everybody. Okay, just pointing and laughing at the clown man, just doing what? I'm just kidding. All right. Hey, how's it going? Apostate sister said, howdy, punk friends. Good to hang out with you this morning. Hell yeah, you too. That's fucking awesome. It's good stuff. Yeah, check out the Apostate Sisters. It's a great show. Hell yeah. Look at the tree saying, she has that raspy drunk aunt voice. She does. I have one of those aunts, just by the way. It always is an aunt too. It's crazy how that works. Or aunt, depending upon how far south you live. It depends. Yeah, voice of my aunt that gives you like wine when you are way too young. Yeah, like, hey, try this, kiddo. And after that, why don't you try a Marlboro? Here you go. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's a light cigarette. And that's just MD 2020. It's not a big deal. It's not even really wine. It's flavored. I don't even know what the fuck MD 2020. What the hell is MD 2020 even supposed to fucking be? What is that shit? It's not wine, is it? It's like liquor wine, right? It's supposed to be like, make your wine even more disgusting. That's right. You want a sour stomach? Well, here you go. Here's the medicine for sour stomachs. That's right. And not to get rid of them. It's awesome. It's different. It's the opposite. It's opposite medicine. Jesus. Ugh.
This thing that's happened to you. You've hallucinated it. And then a few
Yeah.
days later, I happened to talk to a woman who was living on that property who had escaped the coven. The werewolf wasn't there for her, it was there for me. And I had gotten in the way. I mean, it wasn't there for me, it was there for her
Oh,
because
I
she
mix
had been
it.
disobedient to the coven. And I had
Oh.
gotten in the way. And then what
Oh,
happened?
so I get it. So covens, that's who hires the werewolf assassins, right? And you know, they have a particular target, right? They don't just eat anybody willy-nilly. Okay. They gotta get paid. All right. And what else would a werewolf get paid for other than being an assassin, right? Like, I mean, come on. Obviously.
Happened is I actually met the werewolf and was him and his wife, who was a witch, tried to recruit me into the coven. They invited me to their house, and I'm going to keep this story very short. It's almost too wild to talk about.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, it's too wild for anybody to fucking believe unless they're an idiot. I guess this guy's an idiot, but I mean, or he's just trying to be polite. I don't know. Maybe is he trolling her this whole time? I don't know.
But
Yeah.
while I was up there, because remember, I'm a drug addict, I'm tough chick from the street, ex-collector, ex-drug dealer, you know, still just on the fringes of all that. And these occultic.
Yeah. Ember said dragons are in every culture on Earth, to the best of our knowledge. Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure, but they do look wildly different, though, right? Like, aren't there some like dragons that are like mammals? Aren't there, like, you know, it's almost like the what's that thing? The never ending story, like something like that. You know, I don't know, but seems strange that, you know, they just, it just seems like it's just, dragon just means big monster that we came up with. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes they're reptiles, sometimes they're, or, you know, lizards, sometimes they're snakes, sometimes they're bear things. I don't know. But yeah.
People recognized a very good power source in me. It's like, if she goes this way with God, she's trouble for us. If she comes this way for us, she's a power source for us.
Oh my God.
Because
I swear, it's like you feel so bad for a lot of these people because it's so clearly like they have a very negative like outlook on themselves, and so they have to like do like weird stuff in their mind to like make themselves feel like they matter. And it's just sad, you know. But and it seems like, and it's like the same thing I feel like happens with Kat Kerr, you know, who's the pink-haired lady that says that she takes just regular trips to heaven, and she was one of like 14 kids, right? And this lady, you know, she's had a hard life, right? It sounds like, and so you're trying to like find self-worth. And so what they're doing is they're trying to make themselves into like a magical hero. You know, they watched the Star Wars thing and they're like, man, it'd be great if I was the chosen one. You know, what if I was gonna have this like this an automatic powerhouse? And so of course the demons want to recruit me, right? But I said no, and because they knew that I was gonna come back with a fucking lightsaber, right, and stay on the light side of the force and take them all down, right? That just feels like what this sounds like. I don't know, but it is sad. Don't get your self-worth from that. You matter, okay? You matter, all right? You don't need to be magical, okay? You are a good person that can accomplish great things. Okay.
Operating in that level. And when I met them, I went to their house with his wife. I had no idea who they really were. And she showed me this house that they had constructed. And in the basement, when she took me down to the basement, all that was down there was a water tank.
Okay, so I know it's a very riveting story here, but sisters, I've loved the theory that dragons exist in lore because of asteroids and meteors in ancient times. That makes sense. Like you see like little streak up the sky or whatever, and they're like, that's got to be a fucking giant lizard thing, obviously. Like what else leaves a streak across the sky like that? Dragons. That's what. Like. I don't, you know, I could see that. I would be thinking something like that. You probably aren't thinking, well, that's a rock coming from outer space moving way too fast, just burning up in the atmosphere. They're probably not thinking that. You know what I mean? Like that's not That's probably not their first fucking guess. You know what I mean? Look at the tree said, I want to be a paid monster hunter for these new ones. Dude, like, we should start. The evil part of my brain's kicking in. Okay. I'm like, we can make money off of this. We can do it. Okay. It'd be really dishonest, but I think we could start a nonprofit to fund monster hunters, right? For anybody that finds this lady convincing, right? You know, and you can hire us, and then we'll be like, oh no, we're going to take out the monster for you, dude. And then we just wait like a month. And we're like, we got it, dude. Can you? I know. Give me the money. Give me the money now. No, but do you see a monster anywhere? No. Yeah, it's because it's gone. Because we got it. All right, it's dead. We killed it. So now, you know, we'll get rid of leprechauns for you too, buddy. All right, if you want to get them, they're, you know, those are little terrors. Right? You seen gremlins? Leprechauns are way worse. All right. Yeah, you can find some gold every so often, but you know, then they come after you, right? And they make the pot of gold appear in your stomach and stuff, and then you just burst out. It's disturbing, really. So you actually don't want to find the gold. If you do, just leave it. Okay, it's a mess. You don't want to deal with that.
A shelf that had a piece of velvet on it and a noose hanging from a beam.
So that scene from I don't even know which Leprechaun it was. That scene from Leprechaun terrorized me for like the longest time. I can't remember what happened. I think I was just turning on the TV when I was like 8, and then that scene was just on the screen, and yeah, that's, you know, it's like the end of the movie The Fly. That's in there. That's not coming out. There's, you know, you could not scoop that memory out with a fucking spoon. All right, that thing is deep in there. And if you want something deep in there, go to adamandeve.com. Enter that code word Brentley at checkout to get 50% off almost any one item. 6 free movies, 3 free gifts, and free shipping on the whole order. Go to adamandeve.com. Enter code word Brentley. That's BRENTLY. You know, you can pick some amazing shit out of their amazing fucking catalog of amazing fucking shit. Okay, it's fucking incredible. They told me I'm not really supposed to swear during the ads, but you know, but fuck that shit. Okay, buy their fucking shit. It's fucking good fucking shit. All right, and stop fucking complaining. I do more ads than any. You know what?
And when I picked up the velvet piece of fabric, it was actually a long black mask with the eyes cut out. And when I asked her, what's this? They were posing as Christians. She said, oh, that's, you know, for my husband during Halloween. And I said, I thought you people are Christians and you don't do that. And I go, and what's all, and upstairs there was barrels of hooch. I was like, I thought Christians don't drink. She's like, oh, you know, we just drink a little bit. It's like, a little bit. You got major hooch going on in here. I used to make hooch in prison.
And if you got some hooch going on and you want some toys to play with that hooch, go to adamandeve.com and you can have all the hoochy fun you want, you know. Okay, that's right. Let's go back now. Anyway, but this is odd. So she's like saying somebody must be monster. I'm trying to get into like this lady's head, right? She met somebody who claimed to be a Christian, obviously not, because they had a Halloween mask and moonshine. So we all know Christians can't celebrate Halloween and definitely can't drink, but definitely can't drink moonshine. That's just, I guess you've never been to the fucking South. Have you ever been, you know, like where are you located? Okay. All Christians drink fucking moonshine, dude. Like that's just, I mean, once you get to that with the Mason-Dixon, that's it. Everything below that fucking, like you got, you know, they're fucking drinking moonshine just constantly, right? You get down far enough and it turns into Everclear because, you know, blue loss, but so, you know, it's close. Everclear is kind of close. Really just gives you a flush anyway. It doesn't really ever seem to work for me other than just making me feel really hot and not anyway. But what are we talking about? Oh yeah. So she's assuming that these Christians are actually monsters that are trying to recruit her into the coven because Christians don't do the stuff that she just described. So monsters, that's what they got to be.
It's like, shit. I know what hooch is. And so I went down in this basement and then I came in and there was only a beam with a noose on it, but the floor was so, it was not very tall. The ceiling was not tall.
It was a short ceiling. Yeah, that's that's a very important part of the story, I think.
So if you were to hang somebody from the noose, their feet would actually touch the ground. So underneath this noose was dug out. This is the first time I've said this on TV. I hope you're happy.
What the fuck?
Keep going. Keep going.
They had dug out a hole. So
And now you just go. I was gonna say words, but I don't even know. Stop. You go.
if anybody were to hang, their feet wouldn't touch the ground, and that hole was full of dry blood. Now I'm a tough chick from the street, and they know that.
So they took you back down to where the meth lab, really, but and they had a hanging spot, because the roof is too short, and so they had to dig a hole, and that's where they do the hang. Okay. Jeez Louise, what the fuck? They always take some weird dark turn at some point. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, this is so fun. Okay, well, that's disturbing. But good thing it's all made up. It's cool. It's made up.
And I'm looking at her and I'm like, so what's up with that? She goes, oh, when we built this, she completely like ignores that question. She goes, when we built this, we made like layers, like 7 to 10 feet of rock and wood and dirt and cement. That's why you could be down here and scream your head off and nobody'd ever hear you. And then her husband shows up and he peeks into the basement and goes, what y'all doing down there? And she goes, I'm just showing Katie the cellar, the coal cellar. And I booked it. We had snowmobiled.
Like, why are you showing them our torture chamber under the place? Now she's going to know that we're a coven of witch monster creatures, assassins. I don't know what all of the above. She's going to know about it now. Jeez Louise. Amber said, yeah, I actually have been attacked by dozens of werewolves, and I'm starting to run out of friends to throw at them so I can get away. That's a good tactic there. They get distracted real easy, right? You kick somebody down and it's next to you, just go, take them. And they're like, that's how they say it.
I'll take whatever you got. I don't, that's cool. Whatever's easiest. Path of least resistance. You know what I mean?
Jesus. Look at what she said. Neighbor's dog stood on his hind legs and tried humping her, and her first reaction was fucking werewolf. What else could this be? What kind of dog stands up like that? That's insane. That's a bipedal dog. Okay, those aren't real. Those are werewolves. That's what they are. It always reminds me of that thing from The Office with Dwight, where he was like, I saw a werewolf one time and I killed it. Right? I shot it. I went and got the gun and shot it. By the time I got back up to it, it had already turned back into my neighbor's dog. It's like, that's good. That's so funny. Michael said, yeah, but was that werewolf in London? Because I hear that's where they're at. Especially if you go to some weird bar where everybody's silent the second you walk in and act very strangely, honestly. That you just always be on the lookout. If you're in England and people behave like that, you're probably going to get got by a werewolf, right? That's how that goes. So just be mindful, right? All right, I got to skip down. I'm sorry. I get so back though. Rolfo said reverse Medusa now exists in the Discord. Fuck yes. Okay. Yeah, I can't wait to look at that. Does it look pretty good? It's all right. Yeah. Hey, Carrie, how you doing? The holy nair water. Don't get it on your hair. Okay, that it will not grow back. All right. You don't want to do that. All right. It's really messed up. Just don't, unless you don't want hair to grow there. Don't put that holy nair in your hair. Okay, it's not good. It's not good. It comes out in chunks. It's very disturbing. It takes a long time for it to grow back. And it's kind of traumatizing. You kind of think you have some sort of serious problem. Turns out it was just your friends putting stuff into your shampoo. And then move on.
There, I booked it. I said, well, I gotta go. See you guys later. Out. And jumped on the snowmobile and ripped down the hill. And then 2 weeks later, I'm with the woman that was rescued from the coven. We go down to a local hangout where only the locals go to hang out to go get some lunch down at the bottom of the mountain.
Only locals go there. The tourists don't even know it's there. Okay. There's actually a hidden way to get in, where you got to go through a couple like stairwells of hallways that are just nothing but hallway. Like you're going down below the earth. It's a local joint. Okay. Got a couple pool tables down there. Right.
And when we walked in, I found out later the whole coven was there meeting for lunch.
Oh my God.
The whole coven. When we walked in, they were all
the
like,
coven was there in the local joint. This is insane. What did you do? Oh my God, this is getting good.
They sat there and stared at us for 15 minutes while I ordered. They stopped eating. They stopped talking. They just like.
They were staring at you. Witches. Got to be witches. Only witches stare at you. Pretty sure everybody stares at you. That's why she thinks everybody's a werewolf. Actually, never mind. I take it back.
And I got straight up attitude, so I'm just like staring them back. Like what? I hide.
I'll do this fucking blinking contest. You want to do it? You want to go? I will not even fucking blink once. Watch it. Shit. Okay, no, starting again. That was just, that was a practice run. That was a practice run. You go. Okay, now, starting now. Fuck it. Okay. Do you want to do you want to arm wrestle? We can arm wrestle. I'm way better at that, actually. You want to fucking just get down there and like do it. Okay. Does anybody have a towel we can put under our elbows? He does have a towel. Toby, can we get the towel for the table? Come on. Get the fuck over here, you losers. You weird.
My friend behind me, I ordered. We backed out of the restaurant. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm telling this story. Okay, got in the car, and out comes the husband.
Yeah, he's like, I can't believe I'm just making shit up online in front of cameras. This is what I was born to do. Just making stuff up. It's great.
And he gets in his car and he chases us up the hill, all the way up the hill.
Driving werewolf. Why would he drive? Okay, why didn't he just turn into a mega wolf and just start like running on all fours like they do in the movies and stuff?
When we jumped into where the house was, where we were at, the property, the road turns up to the right really severely. He turned up, I looked out, and he's hanging out the window, and he's already morphing. And that's when I knew that he
already. It sounds like he's a little like late actually for the morphing. Like, why didn't he morph like right away, dude? Like, I feel like he would have got you before you even got in your car had he morphed at the right fucking time. But it takes a minute, right? You have to go through that whole scene where it's a bad moon on the rise is playing on the radio. He sits there and watches himself stretch. Right, another very disturbing scene that I can't get out of my brain from American Werewolf in London. Yeah, London, the London one, the first one, where he just his whole and then his head like, and it's just like stretch. Anyway, it's disturbing. But it takes a long time to turn into werewolves. Apparently,
was the werewolf that I had seen that I hadn't told anybody about, and his wife was the witch, and it ended up that they got a warrant put out for them because they had a cougar as a pet.
Zen said, "What's up, dude?" Zen said, and if you arm wrestle, it has to be in the air, no table, no towel. Well, I mean, that's just dancing. It's not. That's just you holding hands with somebody and just kind of dancing. That's dancing. That's like a twirl or whatever. Like, there's no. How do you know who wins? There's no table. How does that? But it's just. Nothing. This is just dancing. Okay. I don't know where you went to arm wrestling school, buddy, but you just skipped a couple classes. Okay. Tables required. Towel, not so much. Especially if you're a tough guy. All right. Sometimes they'll just do it right on the ground. They'll go down there like, I can take cement on my elbow. Yeah. But that's only for the toughest people out there. Danny said the plasma balls that are in the sky are a lot closer. I posted one video that is 19 seconds of a several minute video, very close in fared scope I used. Fucking what? What? I think you're meant to be commenting on a different video, right? Like there's that, but what is happening? I'm so confused. What? Plasma ball? Come on, dude. Plasma balls are from Mario, and you get them by eating a plant or touching the plant or doing something with a plant. I'm not really sure, but yeah, they're made up for video games. Okay, so and sometimes they're in Ryukins too. They do it with the Ryukin. I think that's the same kind of thing, right? The Ryukins, and then you could go hut, 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 like that and do a spin thing. But the plasma vault that you shoot out of your Ryukin is more what I'm talking about here. Anyway, what, dude? What?
And the cops came up there, but before the cops could come up, they burned that A-frame to the ground. And outside that A-frame
What?
was I can't believe I'm telling this story. And the cops came up there, but before the cops could come up, they burned that they got
What?
A warrant put out for them because they had a cougar as a pet.
Oh, well, why didn't it just turn back into a person? I mean, you know, why did they just like they forgot? And they're like, cougar, you were supposed to turn it. Shit. All right, well, now we're going to go. Now we're going to get in trouble. Okay, now the Tiger King in Florida is going to buy you. And what are we going to do? What are we going to do? There's nothing we can do, man. Like, you were supposed to humanize by the time the cops. Dude, where were you at on this, man? Like, just be better, dude. Jesus.
And the cops came up there, but before the cops could come up, they burned that A-frame to the ground. And outside that A-frame was I can't believe I'm telling this story. Are we in trouble yet? Too late now.
What
Was it?
Hold on, I love Commando. What was the reference? He said the plasma ball? Wait. What was the thing that you said for us? No, that's a reference to Commando. I don't know. Damn it. All right. Now I'm because I literally almost clicked that movie like a day ago. So I was like, oh, hell yeah. It's like he says, I'll be back, Bennett. And he says it just like that. It's great. It's great. Yeah. I love that fucking movie. He throws a pipe through his stomach into a steam thing, and then all the steam comes out through the pipe out of his stomach, and he says, let off some steam, Bennett. Oh my god, it's fucking phenomenal. Like one of the best movies ever made. What are you talking about? That's awesome. Oh well shit. Well, that one's just okay. Okay. Like, god damn it, like maybe get me all excited. Fucking the plasma. Got it. Okay. Now I got it. I see. Thank you. No, I got you. That's I'm right there with you. Took me a second, you know. Well, it took me until you told me, because that was not where my brain was at all. I was like, this guy thinks he's on some other video, dude. Like that's what that is. Jesus, that's funny.
Tibetan monk dome. There's only 6 of them in the world, and they have Tibetan monk bones inside of them. This is out in the middle of nowhere. Like, what is a Tibetan monk dome doing here with Tibetan monk bones? And
they're not even in Tibet, which is the only place where Tibetan stuff is. I don't even know why the dome got it.
It's a power source. When you lay out the map and you draw lines, it forms a pentagram.
Oh.
And that was their power source. That was their altar. Wow. They burned that house to the ground. When the authorities came, they had fled. And the house they had built, because they had built that house with the cellar that you could scream your head off. And
that's right. Okay, I forgot about that. I do love that movie. That is like one of my, I love old Arnold movies, man. They're just fucking good, dude. Except for that, what was it? Raw Deal. What the fuck was that shit? I was like, oh, I found a new one. And then you're like, what the fuck is this? This is like really bad. Like, it's just bad, you know? Anyway. Makes Expendables 3 look like a decent movie, you know? It's like fucking shit. Anyway. Let me see. Oh, it's over. Okay. Well,
and nobody'd ever hear you. That's
all right. What time is it? Okay, it's 58. So we got a few minutes for the Manosphere Man. All right. And I know everybody was really looking forward to hearing from Mr. Manosphere. And we gotta take a look, because he's fucking hilarious, and I need to watch more of his stuff.
Open up like a
so it looks like
men's facility.
He's opening up a men's facility where he can facilitate sexual interactions with men. Sounds pretty manly.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow believers, my brothers and sisters in Christ.
Hold on. Why is it doing that? It's like lagging. Hold on. Let me get it caught up. Something's going on here.
Let's get it going. Come on. We are filming inside the house, the condo. I just made the new office. Yes, this is not real wood behind me. Or is it? Come on. Does it kind of look real? I'm hoping, guys. I just
Drop the. I mean, why would you even say that? You know, like I'm hoping it looks real, but it's not. It's not real, but it's fake, but it looks real, right? Like it's like I'm a manly man. I lie about wood being actual wood. Like, what the fuck are you doing, man? That's not very manly, all right? Manly men, it's like put up actual wood, and they don't lie. They don't have their wood be liars. Okay, they have an honest wood. Okay, it's not. They don't even need like any kind of medications. Because that kind of wood is a lie. That is liar wood when you have to take a medication for that wood. Anyway,
redid my office space, and yeah, just very minimal. Bought some flannels, guys. Come on, back from Texas. We're good.
Bought some flannels, dude. You gotta have the flannels. All right, that's lumberjack garb. Okay,
to go. You're gonna have to excuse, guys, my raspy voice. I got pretty sick the past few days, relying on some caffeine, but let's get it going. I'm glad to be back. And also
oh, you shouldn't have said that. You're not allowed to rely on caffeine. I thought we went over this. Remember it was like literally in one of the last videos. He's like, I should have listened to you guys and stopped using these monster drinks. I can't believe it. I shouldn't have done that. I'm so not. I'm dropping the ball. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm a bad man. I'm a bad man because I rely on caffeine. You're not supposed to rely on anything but my own muscles. Okay, that's what we're supposed to rely on. Our focused brain that's just inundated with manosphere stoicism and muscles. Just the muscle thing. Yeah, that's it. That's all you're allowed to rely on.
The audio will get better in the future.
Oh my god!
I got a bunch of acoustic panels.
Jesus,
I'll put those up probably next vid. So excuse the subpar audio. But anyways, guys, with that said, in today's video, guys, I want to jump straight to it. I feel very inspired as of late. I've taken about 2 to 3 weeks off YouTube. I needed to experience. I was growing the ministry. Christ developed. Glory to God. We hit 100,000 subscribers today. Thank you, guys.
Jesus Christ. What the fuck is wrong with everybody? Like that just, this, like people like this, as this where my faith in humanity just like dives off a fucking cliff. Because they're like, they're this insane person. And then they're like, we got 100,000 subscribers. This is great. But I don't know, manosphere, like Christian manosphere, like you don't even have to try. If you're part of those like things, and you could just like repeat other people saying things, as long as it's you're a Christian and a manosphere thing, like it doesn't matter. Like people are just, oh, we gotta subscribe to this. This is the best. This is the best. Because I don't, it's okay.
So much.
God damn it.
And I just needed time to become a man. I needed time to evolve, to mature, to really just see where and what God wants me to do. And I encourage the same for you guys. There's no problem taking breaks. So with that, guys, in today's video, I wanted to really speak up.
Maybe it was just that video. Let me see. So, hold on. Let me go to a different one. Because that's annoying. I'm not going to be going through all that. Where did he go? Yeah. All right, let me go back home. Okay. And then we'll just pick a random one. Hopefully. We'll see. What's up here? Mystery drones could be trying to find radioactive material. Okay. I haven't seen any. Is the earth actually flat? Oh, Isaiah's finally taken the plunge. Isaiah Salvador, you sweet summer child. No, I think he's going to say the answer is no. He's like, I know the Bible says that pretty clearly. That it's not flat as a disc. It's a flat disc. Okay, so it's still round. It's still round, but flat on a disc. Okay, so that's. Let's see what that is actually. Wait. Sad because of stupid sin. This is Apollo. Do y'all remember? I know he looks totally different. You don't. He usually has a fro thing with a big blonde chunk of it, and he's he's pulled back from the fro. He just shaved it off. Let me see here. What else we got? Oh, there's a clown guy, right? You gotta love the clown dude, right? He's the best. What else we got? Where's the fucking? I got to do a manosphere one because I put that in the. There he is. Here, we'll just go to his actual page. Let's see if that David Hammond. That's his name. Stop praying, bro. Hey, I actually agree with. What is that? Let's see.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow believers. Let's get it going, my brothers and sisters in Christ. Come on now, we got that crispy nature. Excuse this funky lighting. It should get better in a little bit. I'm going to fix this moving forward, guys. I'm honestly just...
See the Monster Energy problem? See the problem with the Monster Energies? He sounds like a fucking crazy person. He just took like 200 milligrams of cocaine. I don't know.
Going to film like midday, so the sun, come on, you guys photographers, you know this, it changes when the sun's up high in the sky. Like the lighting is going to be a lot more even, opposed to it being directional like this. It makes me look a little funky.
Are you really describing like how the sun works as far as like the day goes? You're like, hey, you know, the light changes actually. Shadows stay. It's crazy. I know you're never gonna believe it. Shadows like move throughout the day because the sun. Here's how it works. The sun actually goes over right all day, rises in the east, sets in the west. It goes. I think that I got that right. I don't know. Does it rise in the west? I don't know. Anyway, but it rises in one direction and sets in a different, and it goes over stuff and the shadows. So like, you know, the lighting will change. Like my point is, like, you fucking lighting snobs out there, shut up. Okay, it'll self-correct as the sun goes over my spot. Okay, I only got the one spot and it's outside, and I really need to build a fucking studio inside or something because this is kind of a problem. I should get on that, you know. And it maybe, you know, I don't know. Wood's kind of expensive. I'll buy some fake wood. I'll buy fake wood. I'll put it up behind me. Nobody will know the difference unless I tell everybody. God, probably will because I can't shut up. I don't know what's wrong with me. Anyway,
so yeah, moving forward should be all good. Anyways, though, guys, with that said, in today's video, and I'm kind of slowing down the videos. I'm definitely not going daily anymore because like I feel like I've kind of like given you guys the foundation as far as like what I believe. Like I truly believe if you watch like the 10, 15 videos of mine, you're going to be based as a man, as a Christian man. You're going to be equipped. It's not like I don't need to keep saying the same thing. So I'm going to kind of tone it down a bit, maybe 2-3 videos a week, just when I'm inspired, when I feel there needs to be something said. And
see, I keep on saying the same thing over and over, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try to, like, you know, branch out a little bit, but unless I feel like saying the same thing again, once every so often, you know, I like to go back. I just like to go back to the classics and say the same thing over and over again.
I think that's fine, right? That's fine, guys. You know, I need time to grow and learn, and I'm really into apologetics, my other channel right now.
What's up?
And yeah. And actually, speaking about that, it's kind of a perfect example, guys. I think I titled this video, it's gonna make some people, whoa, David.
Yeah, it's called Stop Praying, Bro. Oh, no, wait, that was just a thumbnail. Stop praying, start doing. Okay, message to all Christian men. So ladies, just take a fucking night, okay? The roosters are going to have a conversation here. Okay, so why don't you go off to the hen house? Okay. Anyway, that was a Chris Farley because he said that. Anyway,
stop reading the Bible, put down the Bible, stop praying, go do, guys. And now obviously
go do, guys. Oh, okay. He's actually pretty progressive. I'm kind of surprised he said that. He was like, you know, you gotta go do, guys. And if you want to have fun being a guy doing a guy, you know, they got the products to make it work. Okay, they got lubes, right? You're gonna need some lubes. They got some good feeling ones too. Okay, they warm it up in there or on there, depending upon where you're positioned. Anyway, yeah, go to adamandeve.com, enter code word Brindley at checkout to get 50% off almost any one item. 6 free movies, 3 free gifts, and free shipping on the whole order. Go to adamandeve.com, enter that code word Brindley. Okay.
Just guys doing guy stuff. Okay.
Take this with a grain of salt. You're always going to read the Bible. You're always learning. You should always be in the Word. I need to make this.
Look, I know I said don't read the Bible and start like doing stuff instead of reading the Bible, but obviously you're always reading the Bible. Everybody's always reading the Bible and praying all the time. Like that's what's already a given. Like I don't, you know, but don't do those things and do other things. But obviously, I'm saying like we do that too. Like
very clear. Matthew 4:4, right? Jesus says, man shall not live on bread alone, but by every word that proceeds from the mouth of God. We know that, guys. It's a given. You're always going to be in the Word. Now, the context of this video is that we have far too many men. View it like a scale. This is really how I believe the Bible should be used, guys. You absorb, think of like food, right? Let's use that. You absorb the food, you drink the energy drink.
Yeah, that's a pretty good... Yeah, the one that you just clearly fucking drank, man. Like now he's gonna vilify people for drinking energy drinks. Why? Because he feels so guilty. It's like I just drank that fucking thing, and I'm such a bad person, man. I gotta quit. I gotta quit the energy drinks, man. I'm starting to rely on them. I can't think straight without them. Yeah, dude. That's not good. It's not good. It's just you sound like insane. But I don't. I sound well fucking adjusted, god damn it. All right. I'm not, I'm getting it in the sense that apologetics is literally the definition of making excuses for logical fallacies. Yeah, dude. Apologetics is funny, but you're absolutely right. That's what it is. It's like it feels like I want to think a thing. Now let me after the fact go and try to justify it by questioning, like by trying to be so logical that you can't even, how do you even justify the laws of logic? By the thing I want to believe. That's why. That's how you do that. All right. How do you know the laws of logic work? Okay. Because you can't use the laws of logic to prove the laws of logic. That'd be circular. Boom. What? God exists. I win. All right. Damn. I am so good at this. I'm amazing at this apologetic stuff. And that's a pre-sup. That's a pre-sup trick, which is just a lot of fucking word games. It's really annoying. Sorry, it doesn't make sense, but here's an excuse. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, sorry. I just want to think a stupid thing, if that's all right. Okay. And if you think about it, how do we even know logic is logical? We don't, right? Proof logic is logical, not using logic. Bro, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. I win. Okay. Unicorns are real. I can do that to prove unicorns too, as long as I say that they're a necessary being. Okay. So again, I win. This is how this goes. And Carrie said, "Ember, your video and photo skills are fire for real. Holy shit." Her like intro video that it like when you go up to her channel, it's like this awesome it's just brilliant. It's really good. It's like a drone or something is like looking up from. It's awesome. Excellent. Good job, Ember. Holy shit. It's a great intro video. Holy shit. Wolfo said, Rex, I'm glad he only put up the last line of our conversation. What? Oh, I put up something. It's like that didn't even make sense because you kind of need a whole lot of context, and he didn't get any of it. But that's what I do. Okay, I just drop, I just drop in to conversations randomly. So that's you guys having your little side conversations. Be careful, okay? Because you don't know it's going to end up being public, and then I'm going to interpret it any way I fucking feel at that moment. All right. And it might be wrong. It's probably going to be wrong. It is going to be wrong, okay, on purpose sometimes. But y'all can't tell the difference. That don't matter. All right, let me go down. Jab, what's up, dude? Oh, we got late again. Yeah, that's all right. Oh shit, you are late too. It's like 10 till. I gotta go in like 10 minutes. That's all right. That's all right. Next time, like I said, I need to get an alarm for everybody that we can just like at 10 o'clock, just start checking. I don't know. I know I should probably schedule these things, but I feel like I can never get there right on time when I schedule them. And then we're always going to be like waiting for 10 minutes anyway. So, might as well just make that part of the fun. Right. But let's see what we got here. Amber said, there's too many men, too many people making too many problems and not much love to go around. Yep. I would agree with that. That is an issue. Well, the thing is, I feel like it's a lot of like insecure men, that's the problem, that are like terrified and angry at everything. Mainly they're angry because they're terrified, and they are angry at themselves for being terrified, and it just sends them in this fucking cycle of like, just anger, fear, rage, and then also trying to push that shit down and ignore it. And so that just, and then those are the people making laws. They're the ones that decide the rules for the rest of us. We're like, fucking shit, man. Can you have somebody that's not insane making laws? That'd be great. Well, let's see. Where are we at? Wolfo said, and if you want to insert randomly, insert randomly. That's right. With consent. Okay. I don't need to say that. I feel like I shouldn't have to say that, but I do. If it's random, get consent for it. Randomly get consent and then insert randomly. Okay. Just, you need to start with the consent thing. Rex said, Ember, that's disturbed reference will not go unpunished. Good deeds. You got a disturbed reference. Like that? Is that the kind of disturbed that you're talking about? Some type of book or something, right? I don't know. But I know the one kind of disturbed, which is the ooh, ah, ah, ah. And I kind of like the one that's are you bleeding? No. Dun, 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 dun. Anyway, that's like the only one I know. Other than of course the sickness one that everybody knows, but yeah, but I do like that other one. It's just I gotta say,
Right? That's a perfect example. I drank an energy drink before this. You had the coffee, the energy drink. Whoa.
Told you that's what happened. And the cocaine, but you're leaving that part out. All right, I know. We can tell. Okay, Jesus, this guy's sensitive to caffeine. My God.
Consumption, the word of God, bread of life. Amen. Ba, 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 ba. You let it assimilate and then you use it. No one drinks an energy drink to then go to bed. You understand? No one eats food like a pre-workout meal to then like just do what? Sit?
What point are you making? Are you making a point? What's the point? I feel like you got lost in the energy drink just bubbling up in your brain. I don't know what happened.
Right? And a lot of you guys, what I'm telling you right now is you've absorbed a lot. You've even assimilated a lot. It's time for you guys to produce. You have to do. Otherwise, in my opinion, what was the point?
What was
and
it?
This is, I would say, like 85% of Christians. And if you don't believe me, Christians, guys, when you read the Gospels, you read the epistles, like Christianity built the West. We built the greatest, I say we, it's our four founding fathers. We built
didn't see that one coming. You know, we built the like good stuff. Okay, so just saying. All right,
Christian men, we made the world awesome. All right, and now,
anyway,
the greatest place in the world to live. And if you find a better place, then please respectfully let me know why and then move there. Right? It ain't the Middle East, it ain't China, it ain't Korea. Europe, America, and Canada are all built by Christian values.
We're like 42nd in healthcare. Like we're not the best. Like it's insane. It's so delusional to sit there and say that we're the fucking best. Like we're the best at having a shitload of money in the hands of very few people. That's what we're good at. We're good at being like just. I mean, we're good at fucking ripping people off. That's what it is. We're like a country of fucking shysters, man. Like that's all we are as a country. And that's like the Western world, whatever. Like, figure out how to rip people off and then don't ever let them know that you ripped them off. And then that's what everybody needs to learn how to do. And that's the American way. Okay.
Values, okay? I understand it's a little convoluted because we have colonialism and stuff like that, but it's undeniable that the land of the free was built by Christian values.
What values? Tell me what values they were, man, because I don't know what he means by what anybody means. Like they're like, oh, our values, like, but they think their values are just like being a good person, and shit, which is not a Christian thing. If anything, it actually leads to the opposite of that a lot of times because they're like, well, I believe that God says that I can remove your rights because I don't like you. And you live in a way that my religion says you're not allowed to. So I don't, you don't get the freedom that I get. Okay. I'm a good person, so it actually works the opposite direction a lot of times, but I never know what people mean by that when they say that. Like I've literally heard people say, because they point to the 10 commandments, right? And they're like, oh, the capitalism is in the Bible because of the 10 commandments that say don't steal, right? And so if you can't steal, right, then that means people own stuff. Boom. What? Okay. Christian values created America. My fucking God. Like, really, dude? That's crazy that you would have to go that direction.
This is why everyone immigrates here, okay, guys? And it's time for us to remain that. I'm so glad Trump won. So many Christians are very like stiff-necked and prideful. You think
Anarchic Fox is up there? Say freedom is not a Christian value. It literally stands in the fucking way of it. Like it's the whole point. Like that's why we have religious freedom, right? Because you're free to either be a Christian or not be a Christian, and you're free to not have one group of people be pandered to over other people, and they don't seem to understand that. They're like, but I'm the religion that's the best one. Why don't I get like my religion being taught to me at public schools that taxpayers pay for? Like, why can't my religion be taught there? I don't understand. Like, my religion is the best one though. What's going on? Like, they don't understand that like Christianity, especially Christian nationalism, is the antithesis of fucking freedom. It is removing freedom from people. Jesus. And it's like, do they want people to be able to choose their religion freely? Or do they just want people to be like forced to abide by it and then be like, some of them are like, yeah, I like doing this. I like doing what I'm forced to do. Yeah. But everybody else has to behave like a Christian too. Yeah, Jesus. All right, y'all. I think I gotta pack it in for the day. Let's see. Oh, JM said, you're actually told to be a slave to Christ. I know. It's so fucking backwards. You'll like literally hear him say that. Like, true freedom. I think they had, I can't remember where I saw it, but it was like, one of those things that are like outside of churches with the words on them that you can like adjust. Marquee. It's a marquee. And you can like adjust the words, whatever. And it said like true freedom is slavery to Christ or something like that. I was like, oh my God, that is insane. True freedom is slavery. Wow, man. Fucking wow. Holy shit. Like, no wonder logic does not compute with these folks a lot of times. Like, you just define slavery, define freedom, because holy fucking shit, man. What? Are you Hellraiser? Like, that's like a Hellraiser thing. True pleasure is having your skin ripped off. And once you get to a certain level of pain, it becomes pleasure because fucking we're in hell. So it doesn't matter. We're fucking Cenobites over here. So that's the deep lore philosophy of Hellraiser. So anyway, Christian nationalism is literally theocracy, which is tyranny. 100%. That is exactly what it is. It's, they're trying to act like it's fucking free. And it's like, mainly because they want to be free to like hurt other people. They want to be free to like remove shit from other people. That's what they think freedom is. Freedom is when they are pandered to themselves and other people have to like bend the knee or cower in the shadow of them getting their like religious privilege. That's the true freedom is enforcing their religion on everybody. But anyway, all right, y'all. I gotta bag it in. But hey, thank y'all so much for hanging out. This is a lot of fun. And have a good time with this one. And if you want to have a lot of fun, go to adamandeve.com. Okay. Enter that code word Brently. That's my name. BRENTLY at checkout and get 50% off almost any one item, 6 free movies, 3 free gifts, and free shipping on the whole order. Go to adamandeve.com. Enter that code word Brently. And get your exclusive offer. Okay, they get a catalog that is just fucking incredible, right? Shit, I did it again. And it's a super gee whiz great catalog, and you should look through it because it is what it is. It is just neat. Okay, it is a neato catalog. Go to adamandeve.com. Enter code word Brently at checkout. Get your exclusive offer. Get your butt some stuff. And stuff your butt. And if you want to support the show in some other ways, you can become a patron, right? You can become a patron. You can go to Cash App if you want to just do a one-time payment. I really appreciate it. Anything you can do on Cash App. The cash tag is Punk Apostate. If you want to just become a member, that's probably the easiest one to do if you want to support us financially. And if you want to support us and you don't have those means, like you can just hit the like button and maybe subscribe and then maybe share the show around if you enjoyed it. Be like, hey, come hang out in the mornings. We all are over here just goofing off and having a good time watching silly videos. But if you want to interact here, if you want to like if I getting something wrong or whatever, you don't want to be publicly shaming me about my wrongness or whatever, but you just want me to know that I'm wrong, you can email me, right? Which is punkapostate@gmail.com. And if you want to join the Discord, today we got a great image in the Discord of a reverse Medusa, a snake with human head hair. So I can't wait to see it. So go check out the Discord. Also, if you want to follow me on all the socials, I got all the links below. So, but seriously, thanks again so much for hanging out. This is a lot of fun. But hey, the main thing is to stay logical, loving, skeptical, and compassionate. And we will see you next time. Yeah, bro, you got